Yeah, this is Ola Bola, reaching life and direct, man. Wow. The four finalists, they are in. The four finalists, as far as the Club World Cup is concerned, 2025, confirmed. Chelsea, Fluminense, PSG, and Real Madrid. Wow. Kudos, 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 kudos. Congratulations to the four teams, man. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy coming thus far, Congratulations to the four teams that made it to the Club World Cup semi-finals. By getting here already, you're already a champion. They've been gathering money. In fact, Chelsea at this point is having 61 million pounds. 61 million pounds for reaching the semi-final. So getting to semi-final is already beautiful for the team. So they move past the semi-final and going to the final. Wow. The block that this guy is in that cup is enough to settle a lot of players most players, and those teams that are still looking forward to buying players, they will have enough money to be able to do that. That's just like free money, pre-season money for them to be able to do one or two before the new season will start. So kudos to the four teams: Fluminense, Chelsea, PSG, and Real Madrid. From the beginning of this competition, I am rooting for PSG to be able to win this competition, considering the fact, because based on the their form at the moment, they are defending Champions League, and we saw how they were dealt with Inter Milan at the final because they have a very compact team. Their playing style is unique. So I'm rooting for PSG to be able to win this tournament. But in the game of football, it is not over. 1+1 sometimes is not lose two. So kudos to PSG, kudos to in fact PSG. They are on top. Look at the way they dealt with Bayern. Two unreplied goals, man. Sharp one, fantastic play coming from PSG. Good one to Chelsea. Their game against Palmeiras, nice one. Then to PSG, Real Madrid, their game against Borussia Dortmund, they won. That was a narrow escape, but they were able to scale through. As Xavi Alonso boys doing it, man, in a grand style. That's beautiful. Now the four teams has been confirmed, the four semi-finalists. Now, one thing I want to draw from this at this stage is the ties that some of these players have between two clubs. For example, Chelsea will be playing Fluminense. Now, Joao Felix, which is the Chelsea latest signing, Fluminense is boyhood club of Joao Felix. That's one. Another one again is Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva was once Chelsea player. In fact, even won Champions League with Chelsea. So that's it's so. In fact, when he was asked, who is rooting for as far as this competition is concerned, he even said Chelsea. You understand? So it's good. This game in the semi-final, I've tagged it as a game between the head versus the heart. Yes, it's a game, the head versus the heart. The head wants their current team to win, while their heart wants their former team to win because of the love they still have for their former team, especially for Thiago Silva. Until he left PSG, came to Chelsea, that's when he was able to win the Champions League. The Champions League that he has dreamt for, looked for, was desperate to win all his life until he came to Chelsea, and Chelsea gave him that opportunity to win the Champions League, gave him that opportunity, and his heart is with Chelsea, honestly, honestly. So for somebody like Thiago Silva, he's going to play with his head for Fluminense, while in his heart will be playing for Chelsea. And we have seen something like this played out before. That this one happened to Kovacic. This happened to Kovacic in Man City. I remember Chelsea scoring, and there was this reaction on Kovacic. How he reacted, like he was trying to celebrate with Chelsea, even while playing for Man City. I think that I will look for that clip and and let you see that clip. So for players that they don't they that for such players like this, they need to their mental capacity need to be very, very strong for them to be able to play games like this. Otherwise, they might just be celebrating with their former club. But this thing is instinct now, it's spontaneous. Sometimes you might not be able to control it. It will just happen, and because their heart is still there, even though they are no longer a team a player as far as the club is concerned. But their heart is still there, is still with the club. Another player again we are looking forward to as far as the semi-final is concerned in this heart versus head kind of coalition is Mbappe. Mbappe was once PSG and now Real Madrid. And remember, it was when Mbappe left PSG that PSG won the Champions League. So I don't know. They're going to have a lot of things to prove as far as this semi-final is concerned. So it's going to be heart versus what? Versus head. Will they follow their hearts? Will they follow their head? Which one will they do at the end of the day? That will strongly depend on the psychology of the players. Man, it's really going to be very, very interesting, honestly. It's going to be fun to watch. Are they going to behave like Williams Estevao that was playing with his parent club and dealt with the parent club seriously and even won the man of the match as far that game was concerned? So it's going to be an interesting game. Beyond winning, we want to see how these players will be able to respond and react to these ties that they have. So in the game, in the semi-final, it's looking like APC and PDP, those cross carpeting. They were once here, now here, after some time here. So there's this so tight between the two clubs, and we'll see how these players will be able to manage the situation at the end of the day. Shout out to the four teams and shout out to the semi-finalists. Chelsea Fluminense, we expect Chelsea to win, but Real Madrid and PSG. Hey, that one. It will be difficult to predict, honestly. It will be difficult to predict because Real Madrid will not just lie low for PSG. And PSG, with the quality that they have at the moment, they will also want to do their thing. But at the end of the day, it's 50-50. I cannot give it to anybody as far as that game is concerned. And looking at who will eventually win the cup at the end of the day, if you watch most competitions, Champions League, Nations League and all that, the two strong sides that play each other in semi-final are the two weak side, not that weak, but not so strong like the other two sides. The winner of those two sides normally goes to the final, normally win the cup. Like I'm talking about PSG and Real Madrid. So from the books, looking at PSG and Real Madrid, the winner of that semi-final normally should win the title, should win this tournament. But because if you look at Real Madrid and PSG, they are the two strongest side compared to Chelsea and Fluminense. So, and one of the two strongest we qualify to final. Let me say one of the two weakest, at the moment we qualify to the final. So it's going to be a very balanced game as far as the final is concerned. So I think the odds favor Real Madrid or PSG, if anyone should get to the final, to win this Club World Cup. But football is not mathematics. Football is not always 1+1. We pray that the best team win at the end of the day. Kudos and shout out to all the teams. On Tuesday and on Wednesday. On Tuesday, Chelsea will be playing Fluminense, while on Wednesday, Real Madrid will be playing PSG. Congratulations to the four teams. I know by Wednesday, we will know the final two that will be playing on the 15th of July. That will be the final of the game. We will know we lift the cup with millions, over 200 million pounds that they will be winning, and that's really going to help the club, especially in this period of players signing, coming in and going out. Congratulations to the 14s. Shout out to Chelsea. Shout out to Fluminense. Shout out to all those players that have ties here and there. I hope we'll watch out and see how they will be able to manage those situations. Kudos. This is Olabola. Join our community and be part of our channel. Nice one, man. Peace out. One love.